How many of you remember that? Because we were just focused on the 110 coming in for the school year, but then he said there's going to be a phase 2, and he didn't say when, but we have a video of him. I don't know where that video is. Hold on, let me see if I find it. There's a video of him saying that it's going to take 3 years. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Stay with me, folks. I'm just pull down some videos here. All right. Kevin, if you're there around, if you can't find that video for me, that Minister Val said, Minister Val said the buses would take, it's going to take, I think, 3 years for the buses to, all of them to arrive in Jamaica and the program to be completely implemented. I think that's what he said. I don't know if you can find that for me. Or is that Kevin? Yeah, Kevin, if you can find that for me. Oh, yeah, Kevin is looking for it. And it's so funny. It's so funny. A lot of things that we heard, we didn't hear correctly. In the election spirit, we heard what we wanted to hear. Where is it? But is that it? Stay with me, folks. No. So a lot of you heard, yeah, you thought what you heard was that, okay, all of this, with all the money spent. I remember 1.4 is just for the 110, there's more money to be spent. So I don't want you to walk away thinking that the 1.4 is for the entire program. See, a lot of you didn't hear what he said. The 1.4, he said, is to purchase 110 buses, but he said he's going to need more than that. In fact, I think he said he's going to need like 300 or 400 buses. So it's going to be 1.4 times, God knows. It might end up being like Cornwall Regional, but we just keep throwing money, keep throwing money, and then we're not seeing the promised results. So I'm just I'm waiting for Kevin to find this thing for me here. We put it up last night. I think we did. Put it up last night and it's Kevin. It's an article with a voice note in it. I think it's not a video. So while we wait on Kevin to do that, we're going to show some things that happened in West Central St Andrew, the Prime Minister's constituency. And we're going to ask you just to share your thoughts with us. Now, keep in mind, let's see what Kevin doing here. Is that it? All right. But they won't, Kevin, they won't, if I play it like that, they won't, I don't think they're going to hear. That's not the video. I mean, that's not it. The one I put up last night. But I suspect that if we play it from over there, they won't be able to hear it. That's the problem. So we're going to walk you through And we're not gonna go to any details. We're just gonna give you some information that you can digest and that you'll be able to understand what's going on. And all of these people, all of this, guess what this is? Guess what this is? Civics. Civics. This is civics. We're going to show you how certain things are supposed to be handled in light of an election. And then we're going to show you what happened with the prime minister a few years ago, several years ago. And some of you are going to be shocked. No, voice of intercession, creating entrance. No, I thought they were all paid for with the 1 billion. No. That's for 110 buses. He said they're gonna need more buses. They're gonna need 400 buses, about 400 buses, and so they paid 100 and 1.4 for 110 buses. So there's more money. And the question you have to ask is, where is that money coming from? Where? Kevin, if you can't find it, it's a big deal. What Kevin? Folks, tell me if you hold on. Tell me if you can't hear this. Hold on, let me move this. Tell me if you can hear this. Opa, move that for me, please. The kids refusing bus.
We are importing 110 buses for all parishes, rural parishes in Jamaica. The allocations have already been made in terms of the routes. So we will service in the first instance.
Tell me if you can. Did you hear that, folks? Yeah, you can hear it, Opa, but I don't know about the other folks. Did you hear that? Oh, everybody say yes. All right, good. All right, let me go back and play this.
We are importing 110 buses for all parishes, rural parishes in Jamaica. The allocations have already been made in terms of the routes. So we will service in the first instance 324,000 school children between September and December of this year. And that is only phase one. That's only 100 buses. I expect that if given the opportunity to continue, which I'm confident of, we will be in a position to roll out a school bus service within 3 years, including this year. So
yeah, that within 3 years. Within 3 years. It sounds like something like in the first 100 days of my administration, blah blah blah. Sounds like it, I promise, right?
2 more years to service 850 rural schools in Jamaica. Right now, in this situation with the 100 buses, we will service 258 schools out of 850. So if you take that, you'll realize that it will take us about 300 or 400 buses to be able to fully operate efficient.
Hear that? Not 110 buses. 300 or 400 buses. They don't know. They don't know. And if they don't know, it means it's more money that's going to go down into that black hole. That's what it means.
And safe and economical school bus system. We are going to extend what transpires in the KTMR, which will be a subsidized rate. So school children or parents will be able to use a cashless system, and it will be a flat 50 Jamaican dollars per trip. That
before it was $20 or $50. Now it's a flat 50.
makes it 100 Jamaican dollars per day per student. Whereas right now, as we stand, it is anywhere between $300 and $600 per student, which in some cases, for some rural families, is unaffordable for one child, much less 3 or 4 children, or 5 in some cases, that are all going to school at the same time.
See him there? Him that. And him can come and tell us this foolishness. I mean, now stop play it.
Oh my God. And they're stupid.
Because that's how them feel about us.
They're dunce.
Oh
they're
my God.
dark. And they're stupid.
Yep. They're dunce, they're dark, and they're stupid. All right. Let me just put him to the side. Let's put him to the side. And let's talk about the election. How many of you have ever heard of an organization called CAFE? How many of you? Nobody's answering me. All right, I'm going to put this up. This is last week, Thursday. So that CAFE concerns some electors not allowed to vote despite being in line by close of poll. That's a no-no. That's a no-no. But before we do that, let me go to the Constitution. Kevin, which part of the Constitution there? Up here. Let me just show you. Well, we don't have time for to look for that right now. But point one get across is that you have a constitutional right to vote. It's not a privilege. It's not if them feel like. No, it's not this one. I'll move this. It's not if them feel like. It's not a privilege. It is a right. It is a right to vote. And nobody should be able to take that away from you. Except for the exceptional cases. Like if you're mentally deranged, that you can't vote. I don't think you can vote if you're in prison. And then if you don't satisfy the requirements, like being a resident, etc., then you can't vote. And that's fine. Thanks, Kevin. That's fine. But and basically the law says that if you're in the line, before at or before 5 o'clock, then you're entitled to vote. Them can't send you home. But in this case, people were sent home. People were sent home. And that's just an untenable position. And it's a serious, serious charge. And somebody's gonna have to suffer the consequences.